In this video, we go through the 3 stages of spiritual awakening experienced by Swami Vivekananda. We explore the profound spiritual journey of Swami Vivekananda from self-discovery to enlightenment, using his teachings and personal experiences to illustrate each stage. Swami Vivekananda underwent many spiritual experiences, had extraordinary visions during his lifetime that are beyond the comprehension of logic-driven individuals. This story contains his enlightenment experience, along with a few other significant events from his life. Stage 1. Self-discovery and initial awakening. Swami Vivekananda's journey began under the guidance of his guru, Rama Krishna, who instructed him in monastic Vedanta, a philosophy teaching that the individual soul and Brahman, the ultimate reality, are identical. One day, Vivekananda, then known as Narayana, expressed his skepticism about Vedantic non-dualism to another disciple. Questioning whether everything he saw, including everyday objects, could be God, he laughed at the idea, finding it absurd. As they laughed, Ramakrishna approached them and, without waiting for an explanation, went into a deep meditative state of samadhi and touched Narayana. Vivekananda later described the transformative impact of this touch. My mind underwent a complete revolution. I was astonished to realize that there really was nothing whatever in the entire universe but God. I remained silent, wondering how long this state of mind would continue. I got back home and felt the same. Everything I saw was God. I sat down to eat, and I saw that everything, the plate, the food, my mother, who was serving it, and I myself, everything was God and nothing but God. Stage 2. Deepening realization and struggles. This profound experience continued to affect him in his daily life. He described feeling intoxicated by the divine presence in everything. No matter what I was doing, eating, sitting, lying down, or going to college, I experienced this divine intoxication. It was a kind of intoxication that I couldn't describe. If I were crossing the street and saw a carriage coming towards me, I didn't have the urge to get out of its way for fear of being run over. I said to myself, I am that carriage. There's no difference between it and me. During that time, I had no sensation in my hands or feet. When I ate food, I felt no satisfaction from it. It was as if someone else were eating. This state of continuous divine awareness began to concern his mother, who thought he was suffering from a terrible disease. Vivekananda himself experienced fear, believing he might be paralyzed due to the loss of sensation in his limbs. However, these fears were alleviated as the overwhelming intoxication gradually lessened. He then began to see the world as though he was dreaming, often knocking his head against iron railings to check if they were real. Stage 3. Ultimate realization and enlightenment. As Vivekananda's understanding deepened, he practiced with greater intensity, feeling an awakening of spiritual power that he could transmit to others. Vivekananda longed for the highest experience of non-dualistic Vedanta, where the names and forms of the phenomenal world disappear realizing the total known difference between the individual soul, the universe, and Brahman. One evening, while meditating, he suddenly felt as if a lamp were burning at the back of his head. The light grew more intense and finally burst, overwhelming him and causing him to fall unconscious. When he regained his senses, he could only feel his head and not the rest of his body. In an agitated voice, he asked another disciple of Rama Krishna, Gopal, "Where is my body?" Gopal replied, "Why, it is there. Don't you feel it?" Concerned, the disciple ran to inform Ramakrishna, who calmly said, "Let him stay in that state for a while. He has teased me long enough for it." Upon regaining his normal state, Vivekananda experienced an inconceivable peace. Ramakrishna then told him, "Now the Mother has shown you everything, but this realization, like the jewel locked in a box, will be hidden away from you and kept in my custody. I will keep the key with me. Only after you have fulfilled your mission on this earth will the box be unlocked, and you will know everything as you have known now." Ramakrishna warned that such samadhi experiences usually have a devastating effect on the body and advised Vivekananda to use great wisdom regarding his food and companions. He also prophesied that Vivekananda would give up his body by his own will once he realized his true nature, and that he would astonish the world with his intellectual and spiritual powers. 16 years later, on the 4th of July 1902, after successfully completing his valuable works, Swami Vivekananda consciously left his body while meditating, merging with the ultimate divine. On the day of his passing, he awoke early and proceeded to the monastery at Balyarmath, where he meditated for 3 hours. Throughout the day, he imparted knowledge to his pupils, teaching the Shukla Yajurveda, Sanskrit grammar, and the philosophy of yoga. At 7 p.m., Vivekananda retired to his room, requesting not to be disturbed. He passed away at 9:20 p.m. while meditating. His disciples believed he attained MahaSamadhi, a state of final liberation. The reported cause of death was the rupture of a blood vessel in his brain, which his disciples attributed to his Brahmarandra. An opening at the crown of the head being pierced during the attainment of MahaSamadhi. As we conclude this profound journey of Swami Vivekananda's spiritual awakening, may his teachings and experiences inspire us to deepen our own spiritual quest. Let us embrace the unity that underlies all existence and celebrate our connection with the divine. If you've found value in this video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with fellow spiritual seekers so that we can grow together in faith and understanding and be guided towards self-discovery and enlightenment. Thank you for watching, and may the divine grace be upon us all.